When I was a child, I thought it would be fun to catch and trap a neighborhood dog with a small fishing net that I had found lying around. Now, I come from an island of people who fish the sea for a living, so finding a net to use was not hard to do. My plan was to put some dog food out on the ground, and when the dog came to eat it, I would throw my net over it and trap it. It didn't take long for a dog to come walking by, and once it smelled the dog food, it stopped for a bite to eat. And that's when I threw my net over the dog. The dog panicked. I mean, it was terrified. It barked, it cried, it howled, and it kicked and it wiggled. Now, my mom was inside the house, and when she heard the commotion the dog was making, it didn't take her long to figure out what I had done. She returned to the house and came back with a kitchen knife, intent on cutting that dog free. Do you know what the dog did to my mom as she tried to set it free? It tried to bite her. Maybe you've had that happen to you. There you are, you're trying to help somebody, and instead of thanking you, they bit you. You know what I mean? So what does that have to do with Jesus? Well, go read Psalms 22, and what you will discover is a Bible prophecy that makes it clear that Jesus would suffer. Make no mistake, the Psalms and other Bible prophecies make it abundantly clear that Jesus would suffer at the hands of the very people he was trying to save. First, they arrest him and falsely accuse him of a crime he didn't commit. Then they slap and punch him in the face, shoved a crown of thorns on his head. They spit on him while mocking him. And if that wasn't enough, they beat him so hard with the whip, they tore the flesh off his body. He's trying to save them while they're trying to kill him. And it's all in there in the Psalms. With laser-like precision, the psalmist has shown how Jesus would be treated by the very people he's trying to save from the trap and the snare of sin. And how does Jesus respond to the suffering they inflicted on him? With forgiveness. And with that forgiveness came the worst pain that could be possibly inflicted on Jesus, our sin. You see, it wasn't the abuse or the crown of thorns that caused Jesus the greatest suffering. It was the weight of our sin, because you see, the cross didn't kill Jesus, our sin did. But the story doesn't end there. It ends with a victorious Jesus who would become the cornerstone and true foundation of our salvation and our faith. And he isn't trying to trap us. He's trying to set us free. Well, that was our nugget for today. Have a look at your lesson. I'll see you tomorrow.